Hey, you guys. I'm back. Entertainment purposes only. All right, we won't make this one too long. The first video was pretty long. Also, the replay of our today's Sunday live is probably up in the under the live section. Pardon all of the ads. It takes sometimes 24 hours for me to be able to get in there and deal with those and remove some of those, because it can take up to 24 hours for that video to process into SD and HD. Okay? And that's the only time I can get in there when it's done processing. So I'll do that as soon as possible. All right. What else? All right. Yeah, Tuesday's Pampered Pet Psychic podcast. If you'd like to be part of that, it's Tuesday the 2nd. So that's in a couple of days. It's Sunday today, a couple of days. 7:30 p.m. And this first time and only time that this will be available to anyone here or on Substack. And after that, it will be just for paid subscribers on Substack. Okay? So if you want to talk to your pets, whether they're with you or not, we can do that. So email me for the Zoom link. Okay? We are going to record it on Zoom. All right. And then I'll look into doing see if I can do an actual live podcast on Substack. I'm not sure. I think I looked into it. I don't remember the answer. Anywho, all right. So we're gonna do a short tarot read up about the energies right now. I hope that you saw the channel of Tim Russert that I just posted. It was very interesting and confirms a bunch of stuff. Okay, and we did ask the question in the live too. The question. I don't know why Spirit team kept telling me to wait. They kept saying, wait on asking that. It's not that it hadn't happened, but they wanted me to wait. Probably had something to do with the collective being ready to hear it, including myself. Okay, so some of you might be feeling some kind of way right now. Okay? Or you may feel some kind of way when it's made public. Okay? Please understand that we have been living in this since November. It has become a way of life for us to live in this. So you may experience grief of the loss of this lifestyle that we've been living. You may experience grief because we are awakened human beings, and even though, he's done awful things, he's still a person who's passed. And that might take some of you by surprise, because we're all like, I can't stand him, I hate that guy. And I'm not saying everyone, but some of us might feel sad. I'm a human being. I might feel sad. Yeah, I'm not going to hold on to anger about one person. That person doesn't get to live in my head rent-free. Sorry. Spent most of my life like that. Not anymore. Not having it. So you might feel some kind of way because of the information that's coming out. And don't worry about Couchman. Not going to last. Okay? Not going to last. 1 month is the answer we keep getting. 1 month. We have jumped timelines 2 or 3 times in the past couple of weeks. We have sped up. The timelines have sped up. So let's us just keep manifesting her backside in that chair, in that egg-shaped office. Okay? Not all the other noise around us. Okay? Forget the other noise around us. Focus on, and not because we have to keep putting that intention out there, but because it is necessary to feel good. Not when she's there. On another timeline, she's already there. In another dimension, she's already there. Okay? So let's focus on that. She's already there. How does that feel? That's how it feels. Finally. The relief. Relief is an excellent feeling to have. It feels good to be relieved. So let's feel whatever it is we're going to feel in regards to her already there. And never mind the other BS in the background. So let's pull some cards on some energies here, guys. All right, you might hear my son. He's been quiet all day. He's been behaving himself for his mom. Oh, alrighty then. Here we go with the 2 again, you guys. Never fails. Okay, we have, I cannot read these, Queen of Swords. There's that truth. Queen of Swords. Lie to me one too many times and it's off with your head. In other words, people are sick of being lied to. Tired of it. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. End of one cycle, beginning of another. And these are the current energies. Six of Swords. Six of Swords. Oh, this is moving on. Due to clarity. To the truth. Being able to move ahead because of the truth coming out. In whatever way you receive that truth. But don't expect to get it from the media because it's not going to happen. Follow your intuition. What does your intuition say? Do your own pendulum work. What does your pendulum say? Pull your own tarot cards. What do your tarot cards say? 3 of Cups, that's celebration, you guys. Who's celebrating? Well, the people who don't know aren't celebrating, but we are. The awakened people are celebrating. Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is walking away from an existing situation. Remember, Spirit Team keeps saying, you can breathe now. Relax your shoulders. You can breathe now. Yep. Predictable, you guys. Spirit Team. 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups is many choices. There is confusion. Absolutely. Maybe for us, but I think that there's confusion. They forget that people aren't dumb. Okay? Those that are trying in powerful positions that are trying to hide this from us, they forget that people aren't stupid. So those that aren't spiritually aware like we are or awake like we are, they're confused. Well, we haven't seen him, so where the hell is he? You're going to hear a lot of that. The Magician, transmuting one form of energy into another. So that is his passing. And his passing allowing us to do breathe and relax ourselves. And to start processing all that we've been through. All that everyone has been through. Not just us, everyone. Spirit Team keeps telling me, cashed in his soul, cashed in his chips, cashed in his chips. That's what they keep saying. Excuse me tonight. My goodness. 10 of Pentacles. The ending of power. The ending of a power. Pentacles equals power in a political reading. For my political readings. Then we have the King of Wands. Okay, King of Wands. The wands are about action, fiery movement, forward movement, swift movement. The action's being taken quickly. So Couchman's going to be moving in for the kill very quickly before the announcements, before the public announcement of the passing. Oh, he's sick. Mark my words. He's just sick. Page of Swords. Messages that bring the truth. So now they're moving in a little bit, a little further. They're moving out a little further with the energy here. Or at the very least, the truth of Couchman taking over. And we have the Knight of Wands. So Knight's completed task for the kingdom. This is the people, thank you, Spirit Team. This is the people working behind the scenes. And now for the longest time, Spirit Team kept saying that contest pilferage was not going to be the biggest scenario in Couchman's removal up until maybe a week ago. Remember, energies changed, timeline shifted more than once. So now that has become a thing. And this information that comes out about the pilferage will be acted upon. But they don't want him in there either. People are tired of the way things are. Even the people who were up to no good and were supporting rump roast because they didn't want to be tattled on. Even those people are getting tired of it. Because they're tired of having something held over their head. Okay, Knight of Wands. So this knight's task is to take action. Take action on the information concerning contest pilferage. This one flipped. Let's see what it is. Nine of Swords. So the Eight of Swords is feeling stuck. The Knight of Swords is it's like a reprieve. The swords are still ready to drop, but it's like a reprieve, like a breath. Let's catch our breath before the final blow or the final battle. And then we have Four of Wands. Four of Wands. Happy home, happy family. That's generally four wands, kind of making a square or an entrance, and two people that are celebrating, walking through the wands, through the entrance, shaped by those wands, into something new, something better. Okay, they're saying one more. And we have the Hanged Man. That's the waiting. So say this is the future. The waiting is over. The waiting for the one thing we've been waiting for, that's over. Now there is more waiting for the truth to come out, but we know the truth. At the end of the day, knowing that the truth will come out to the public, we can focus on something different. Rather than go, okay, people need to know. People do need to know, and I absolutely agree with that. But it's not in our timing that they know. It's in the energetic timing. And then we have the Two of Cups. Partnerships. People working together for a common good. A balance. Excellent. Four of Wands could be speaking to the panel of four that's coming up too. All right, you guys. That's that. All right. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, evening, morning, whenever you're watching this. There will be something tomorrow. I might do 2 channels tomorrow. We have a lot of people on our people to channel list. A lot of people. So let me do 2 channels tomorrow with the pendulum board, a little direct channeling. That happens anyway. A little direct channeling along with the pendulum board. Okay? Twice. I didn't think you'd be complaining about that. All right, you guys. Much love, many blessings. I'll see you in the funny paper.